Let's start by defining consumer behavior. Consumer behavior is the study of individuals, groups, or organizations and all the activities associated with the purchase, use, and disposal of goods and services, and how the consumer's emotions, attitudes, and preferences affect buying behavior. It's a good idea for businesses to look into these things because it can take some of the guessing out of putting your product out there. You can help define your target audience, and by defining your target audience, you can figure out some of the decisions that target audience is most likely to make to help you get the most sales out of your product or service. This job was created by the marketing department, and it's helpful for them because then they can tell who they need to be targeting their messages towards. We all know that if we were trying to create a message that was most appealing for college students, that might look really different than if we were trying to create something that was most appealing to our grandparents, for example. So, for example, if you were selling a product like pizzas and you wanted to figure out how you would differentiate between your college-aged market and your elderly-aged market, you might look at different behaviors like what each age group is putting the importance on while they're shopping. Just a guess might be that the older generations might be looking more for a healthier option, while college-age students might be preferring convenience. So for the same exact pizza, you could highlight different advantages. So for example, you could write, done in 10 minutes, very easy, can be done in a dorm room, something like that for a college student. And for a elderly person, you might focus on lower cholesterol, something that's heart smart for their diet. That sounds pretty self-explanatory, but then it goes beyond just things like demographics. It kind of goes deeper into psychographics when you're looking at consumer behavior, and it can even get down to where you live and where you shop and where you turn to. Do you turn to a friend? Do you turn to the internet when you're looking for a new product? Those are all things that are taken into account in looking at consumer behavior. Studying consumer behavior is one of the most important things that you can do when starting a business or continuing a successful one. If you think about it, it can save companies hundreds, thousands, or millions of dollars if they put research into what their customers truly want and are most likely to buy. I know that before we were using examples like pizza and things like that, but if you look at it on the scale of like if a business is creating a car, if they don't do the research of what their customers are most likely to want next, then they've lost a lot of money building a car that nobody really wants. Furthermore, if they do the research of what the consumer wants and they don't do enough research about where to put that product or where to be offering it, they're going to miss out on the market that actually wanted the product. Studying consumer behavior can tell a business what to make, when to make it, how to make it, and where to sell it. All of these things can help increase sales significantly, as you can tell. It helps a business because it takes a little bit out of the guessing game. Maybe you've had an idea before, and the one thing that has stopped you is wondering, I wonder if anyone would even buy this, or I wonder if anyone would really care or be interested. Consumer research lets you know if it will be successful. Maybe not entirely, but sometimes it can give you a really good idea. With each and every one of you being a consumer, you know that as the consumer, we make a lot of different decisions. Think about a trip to the grocery store even, deciding where to go, what time to go. When you look for what's on your list, are you buying more than what's on your list? Why did you buy more than what is on your list? Did something pop out to you? If you only had a general item, what helped you decide the brand? All of these things are things that we can track through consumer research. Because while each and every one of us make different decisions and none of us look the same, they actually can find links in between what people have in common and their common decisions. It's all about finding out what motivates a consumer's decisions. So, whether you're considering going into the field of business or something related to it, or not at all, consumer behavior just shows how much more confident you can be in your decisions when you've done a bit of research. There are certain things that humans do that are simply human nature, and studying those things can help us be more successful in whatever we're trying to put out to the world. So I hope that you consider looking into your market and doing a little bit of research before starting a business. And I hope that if you've always wondered if that great idea might actually have the possibility of landing, the consumer behavior research can help you be confident in knowing that it will or will not be so successful. Thanks for watching.